Hi, I'm Georgia Rose from GeorgiaRoseConnection.com. This may be a little bit of a longer video than normal, and I apologize for that if you don't have a very long attention span, but I urge you to watch till the end because I'm going to talk about a personal experience that I had recently, and from what I hear and see on media and hear from many of my lightworker friends, we've all been going through a little bit of some testing and ascension, and I think that the thoughts that came to me during my times of trial are really important and pretty profound, and I'm grateful that Spirit chose to deliver some of them to me. So I want to share them with you because I always feel that the things that are gifted to me, whether through messages or through just my everyday observances, are not just for me, but the meaning of them is meant to be shared so that everyone in the world can really benefit in whatever way they are supposed to. So recently I had something very frightening happen to me. I had some visual disturbances in my right eye, and I did not know what was going to happen. For several days I was going around to doctors and specialists, and I had this very strange, like hazy obstruction. And of course you always get paranoid and panicky about these things. Your instincts kick in instead of your conscious thought, and my anxiety level went through the roof. On the third day, I was able to see a retina specialist who diagnosed me with something called floaters, which a lot of people have, but this was a really prominent, large one that prevented me from driving or being able to read or go on the computer or do a lot of things. And it should dissipate in a few days. It's getting better every day. Today I was almost able to function fairly normally, except for some driving that I couldn't do. And I've been trying to stay off the computer. But regardless of my personal experience with that, it turned out okay, and I'm not nothing seriously wrong with me. But what happened during those few days and still today is I had to train my eyes to look and see differently. And of course, being as spiritually awakened as I am, and the amount of spiritual dedication I have to my own being, I did not lose the meaning that was being put to me with this, and I knew it had something to do with seeing or not seeing something I didn't want to see in my own life. So I, did a lot of reflecting, a lot of meditation, massaging my third eye, and all kinds of things, lymphatic massage and reflexology, and really working on myself to get rid of this condition, and praying so hard to have Spirit show me what I needed to see. So Sunday I went to church, which is something rare for me, not because I have anything against organized religion. I love the rituals of the Catholic Mass as I was brought up with them. They're very comforting to me. And for some reason on Sunday I woke up and I had this compelling urge to receive communion. So I went to my local Catholic church and sat in the pew, and there was this amazing priest at this church. He was so spiritual. He was just like amazing. The way he spoke to us, he prayed together with us during homily, he sang to us. He asked us at the end of his homily to bow our heads and just feel Jesus' presence. And he also said the Hail Mary, which I have never in the Catholic Church heard the Hail Mary said during a Mass. So he was just a very innovative, I could feel his energy, really spiritual. I knew I was supposed to be there. So part of his sermon was that we have to see beyond the waves. Now, prior to going to church, as I'm going there, I was thinking, okay, I need to train my eyes to look past this obstruction. I need to see past it. And I was kind of applying that lesson to myself. And then here I am, this priest is talking about that we need to look beyond the waves. And I applied that to my life, and I said, I get caught in the waves. And I wanted to talk about this a little bit today on the video, because I think that's what's happening to a lot of us. The energy right now, I do study astrology, and I won't go into that. That's a different video. But the energy right now is something that is really drawing a lot of us to be reflective and isolate, to go within. It's very strong energy, and we're all processing it in different ways. I often think of people processing energy as the way we digest food. I can't eat hot dogs. I can't eat spicy food. Other people love it. They digest it fine. We all process energy differently as well. So the last few days I've taken a lot of time to just be reflective in my own life and quiet, and I really shut off all media. And I realized that there are times in my life when I don't let go of things. And things will happen either at my regular earthbound job or with a relationship or, with my family relationships. And I hold on to things and I allow them to obstruct my view from what's really going on in my life and what's important. We all know what's important is love, and and really the meaningful things in our life. But we get so caught up in, this person cut me off in traffic, or my partner isn't hearing what I'm saying and I think he really was acting lousy last night, to, I can't believe my mother said that to me. And it will process in our minds for days and days and days. And when we do that, we're getting caught in the wave. We're not really living our purpose. We're not really what we're supposed to really do, what we're supposed to do in our life. And we're getting completely derailed. I was thinking of surfers, and I'm sure that they have to kind of look over the waves to find their way, you know, and navigate and become so great at what they do. And then I started to apply this to a lot of things in my life, and I realized that I really do get caught in the wave. And I can attribute that to ego. It's been my journey for many years now. I think I'm in the 8th year of my journey to live in love and not fear, and to try and dissolve as much of my egoic self as I can, because the ego I find is very destructive unless it's extremely healthy, and we all have to have healthy egos, and that is a battle, right? But I boiled this down and drilled it down into my everyday life and everything I do. And how much of it is me really getting caught in the wave? Take social media, for instance. Facebook, a narcissist's dream, a supply of endless source for a narcissist, right? We can use it for that, or we can use it for love. The games that we play on Facebook, they're kind of narcissistic, you know. What would you look like as a movie star? Or, you know, where are you going to be in 40 years? I'm going to win lotto. It's all about the ego. So I kind of am going to challenge you, and I'm challenging myself, challenging all of us, to see if we can live more out of the ego and not be so much into the collective unconsciousness, that collection of people who are all walking around in the unconscious, following instinct instead of conscious thought. And can we use certain media for love instead of our egos? And the decisions that we make in our life, can we make them out of love instead of our ego? And I challenge light workers in this very much so, because I think what happens sometimes to us, and I'm going to end the video in a few minutes here, and I do it myself, is sometimes we have to isolate. We have to go within to process energy because we're such receptors of the energy. And we learn a lot of lessons that way. We go very deep and we find new channels for our energy, and we find new channels from spirit in ways that we can bring those messages forward. But if it stops there and we stay in the wave of that energy and don't bring it out and bring it up and bring it forth to all of our humans in the world, all of the people in the world, then we're acting out of ego. We're being self-indulgent. The purpose of going within and reflection is to share it, to bring our message out to the world, and to show people really how to improve their own lives and how to improve our lives in doing so. In helping others heal, I heal. In you healing, you help me heal. We all are in this together. So what started out as an impairment in my right eye became a really profound awakening for me, a really profound breakthrough. So when you're in challenge, try not to get caught in the wave. See what the lesson is there. Try and gain insight. Say a prayer of intention for your insight. Recently, last year, Kat Mayer, my very good friend and fellow light worker, and I did a beautiful trilogy, I believe it was, with a bunch of people who joined us, and it was called Spread Your Wings. I have a feeling, I haven't really talked to Kat about it yet, but I have a feeling part 2 of that is coming up. And tonight I'm going to end this video with the prayer that Kat and I had at the end of our Spread Your Wings, the original Spread Your Wings event. And I'm going to implore all of you to allow this to happen in your life. I never thought I'd be grateful for going practically blind in one eye. And anybody who knows me knows I'm a bit of a hypochondriac, ego, right? But it was a good week, and all in all I'm recovering, and I'm a lot lighter for it, and I am going to try in the future to let go of things and not get caught in the wave, no matter who's trying to put me there or what ego of mine has got me staying there. So I hope you'll have a great evening, and in closing I'm going to leave you with the prayer that Kat and I wrote. Thank you for lighting my path with the golden spark of spirit. By healing and merging my feminine and masculine, I find balance to manifest a more loving life and a joyful existence in every way, because love is limitless. So don't get caught in the wave, because there's a lot more to your life out there and beyond. Look towards the horizon, because love really is limitless. GeorgiaRoseConnection.com. You can always reach out to me for a private healing or reading. I love all of you tonight, and I'm sending the beautiful insight that I've had this week to all of you. Good night.